Good morning. Happy Tuesday. I am live again talking about GLP-1s, my journey, and my program I created. So yesterday I opened up the cart to my program. And honestly, you save $100 right now, and it's actually less than most GLP-1s for 1 month of medicine. Okay, so you're spending money on your medicine, but you're not using it right. So that's kind of like just wasting money. Okay, so I want to talk about, again, I have my notes. I want to talk about what happens to your muscles when you undereat on a GLP-1, because that is so common, unfortunately. And women over 40, we're already losing muscle because we're losing estrogen. Estrogen's a protector, and when that fluctuates and then finally leaves the body, it's not protecting your muscles anymore. So that's where strength training comes in. You have to do that like 3 days a week. But then if you're on a GLP-1, and especially if you're on a higher dose, which I hope you're not on a higher dose just because you want better results, because there's things you can do to go back to that lower dose. I lost, like I said, I think yesterday, all my weight, 21 pounds on a microdose, 2.5 milligrams. Okay. So, and no side effects. All right. But I also had my nutrition foundation. So this is why I created this program. So the first thing that I want to talk about is GLP-1s create a calorie deficit. Okay. But those calories are important. And so, yes, the GLP-1 is doing its job, but not eating is hurting us because our body needs all that nutritional value. And so not eating the protein isn't feeding the muscles. And so we're already losing muscle when we're over 40. The GLP-1, if you're losing weight fast, you're losing muscle, not fat. So you're losing muscle there. Okay, so when your body needs fuel, it will look elsewhere inside the body to get it. And then that's when muscle starts breaking down, and we don't want that. So it's kind of like a triple whammy for women over 40. In menopause, like I said, muscle loss is already accelerated. Okay, so the undereating in general slows your metabolism and is the worst thing possible. I talk about this to my regular perimenopause clients. How many years or decades have women been eating 1,200 calories or less? Your body thinks it's not getting food. It goes into fight or flight. Your nervous system is on high alert. Your cortisol stays elevated. And it holds on to that belly fat, the body fat. It doesn't release it because it doesn't know when it's going to get food again, because you're not eating enough to sustain your own body, okay? So under eating in general for women is extremely unhealthy. But then when you add a GLP-1 on top of it, the suppression, the appetite suppression is what it's supposed to do, right? That's the job of the GLP-1. But it just kind of makes it worse for women over 40, because we're going to stress out our body, not on purpose, right? But because of the GLP-1. So we need to learn how to eat even when we're not hungry. Okay. And I'm having to do that too. Okay. And there's signs that you might be losing muscle. So you're feeling weaker than you used to. You are fatigued no matter how much rest you get. You could sleep 8 or 9 hours or 10 or however many hours at night, and you still feel fatigued all day long. Okay, that is, you're losing muscle. Okay, the scale is moving, but you don't look or feel like you thought you would. Okay, that means you're losing muscle, because muscle weighs more than fat. Okay. And like I said before, your metabolism is tanked. It is slowing down and slowing down and slowing down, and we don't want that. It's already going to be affected in perimenopause and menopause, okay, but with the GLP-1 on top of it. So you really have to be aware of what to eat, when to eat, and how to eat, okay? And what to eat to protect your muscle even with a low appetite or no appetite, okay? You have to eat protein at every meal, even in small amounts. I always, if I don't feel hungry, I make sure I eat at least 30 grams of protein. And that's not a lot. That's like, 3 or 4 ounces of chicken breast. It's not a lot. and you have to eat even when you're not hungry. So you gotta still have to eat at those meal times because your body still needs it, okay? I've had to do that too. Lunch yesterday, I did not want to eat. I was not hungry, but I did. I grabbed, tuna. I had my tuna sandwich. And then I was like, oh, I feel better. But I didn't have the hunger pangs to tell me, oh, you're hungry. Okay. But your body still needs that nourishment. If you're not eating, you're not getting the minerals, the vitamins, the amino acids, everything your body needs to survive. Okay. One thing I do get asked is how much protein do I actually need on a GLP-1? Okay. And it's more than what you think. Okay. So most guidelines are low for women in menopause or perimenopause on a GLP-1. In my program, I get very specific. Like I can actually calculate out your macros. I'm a twice certified macronutrient coach, so I don't use an app. I just do it all. I have a formula I use. But 30 grams per meal. That's what you should stick to. That gives you if you eat that 3 times, that's 90. You should be hitting around 100 to more of 120 grams of protein a day, just to play it safe. But aim for 30 per meal, because then you're getting close to that 100, okay? And so, again, my cart opened, the doors are open on my program. DM me and I'll send you the link. Check my profile and I can send it to you. But I cover what I talked about today is exactly what I cover in week 2 of my GLP-1 Nutrition Foundation. How to fuel with protein when you're not hungry. Okay. And I know that's hard sometimes to eat when you're not hungry, but, it's something on a GLP-1 that you absolutely really need to do. Okay. So come back tomorrow. I'm going to be talking about a protein myth that most women that are taking a GLP-1 believe. Okay, so have a great Tuesday, and I'll see you tomorrow.